Well, Happy New Year, everybody. Stratton Mortgage back.
Happy New Year.
2020.
Yeah, buddy.
Uh, took the end of 2019, catch up with the end of the year. So hope everybody had a great New Year. I am Tom Christie.
Adam Baumline.
And Bill Seach.
So we've thought of some great topics here and been brainstorming. And a lot of new things have come to fruition here the last couple of months. We're trying to help people understand how important the biggest purchase is going to be with the being an advisor aspect of this. Bill, Adam, myself been talking a lot about people hearing commercials, push button, get mortgage. I personally don't understand that because at the same time, no one pushes button, get 401k or push button, get retirement plan. You have advisors that help you through that. And with that all said, people are going to be making the biggest purchase of their lives this year. And that's where you need an advisor, not just somebody who can just push you through the system, get a loan done, but advise you on how to make the most out of your money when it comes to buying a property. Again, it's an investment. In most cases, it's a better return on your money. At least what I've been seeing the last several years, people are seeing better returns on what they did, 3 years ago, doing those refinances now, and you see that equity. And all these first-time home buyers now, I mean, how many of you guys have seen that? Like, whoa, I have this much equity now?
Yeah, refinance, get rid of PMI,
right.
Shorter term, something like that, which was a little bit unexpected, but that's awesome. I mean, you take advantage of it when you can, so it's a big deal.
And and we have all that same technology. That's what I think the misconception comes into play. It's you push button, get mortgage, but it's if you call in to get your fix your cell phone bill, you're talking to somebody overseas or in a call center, and it's like, oh man, here we go again.
Even if it's here, it's still a call center. It's still a quote unquote churn and burn type scenario.
Yeah, your number in their system. Call number 57 here, or call number 199, and that's what we're trying to change when it comes to purchasing a
they're
house
not local.
and investment.
They're not local. They're not.
Yeah.
We all live and work here. We have a vested interest in making sure that the community is. Loans are being done. We're doing things the right way. Loans are being done the right way. We're not advising somebody to get into a bad situation, or a bad loan where.
They just want to get them
work
done.
In a call center, I've worked in a call center before. People around the country, here in Columbus, and sometimes there is a loss of connection there because they're in California or they're in New York or wherever. I mean, that's far away. So,
I talked to a buddy that worked at one of those. I'm not going to say the name of it, but they recruit right out of colleges, and they pull the kids in, and they have to close like their first 10. It's just like Boiler Room. They had to close their first 10 deals, then they start to get their commissions. I was like, really? I was amazed at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
very little training too.
Very little training. They started telemarketers first, and they give them a script, and they call and read you a script, and then they start to close their deals, and they offer them out of college. So in reality, they're not an advisor at all. They're basically an order taker.
And Tom and I just talked about this the other day. So to get our license, unless you work at a bank is going to quote unquote train you, but if you're a mortgage lender or a broker, it's only 20 hours. You have more time to learn how to get the license to be cut hair. So
right.
There's things that over time that we've learned, or things that classes and stuff that we've done. That when they don't have that, and maybe they close those deals. Now all of a sudden they're the senior loan officer or whatever, telebanker or whatever you want to
right.
Come on,
and that's the person that is dealing with the largest person. You're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars that they're going to be dealing with, and it's just if there's somebody that can show you different interests and ideas, that's where we come in. That's where we're trying to separate ourselves. And I'll tell you, in most cases that I've seen, we're less money to get a loan closed. I mean, it's
cheaper, more efficient. With this, like you said, it's the same technology. It's the same. We have access to the same technology, the same things. We just don't market with, football or blimps or stadiums. Everything. I mean that
has to get paid for.
That's expensive.
That's
and
very
who's
expensive.
paying for that? You were paying for that. So
right.
And we can go. I think each one of us has kind of a scenario. Quickly some things that we had. Like I have one closing tomorrow. They called into 2 different call centers and one actually big national bank call center. All 3 of them. The first 2 gave them a pre-qualification without even running the automated underwriting findings. because the automated findings made it a manual underwrite immediately, and they don't do that.
Gave them false hope and said, "Here's your pre-approval.
Yeah,
you're
said
good to
you're
go."
pre-approved on a $400,000 purchase. Big deal.
Imagine the sellers finding out.
Moving from Columbus to Northeast Ohio.
Why was it manual?
Just the situation with the credit and everything, it required a manual underwrite, and it said right on the findings. It was like literally very first page, said it on there.
Right.
The third major bank, or third lender as a major bank, said they would do it, and I knew they probably wouldn't, but because I talked to you about it.
Yeah.
And it came back after he paid for the appraisal. They couldn't do it.
Of course.
So they try and bait you in. Sorry, we can't help you. You're just a number.
Again,
So-
that's somebody answering the phone that doesn't really
Yeah.
know that you have to run the findings when you got maybe a little
Correct.
tighter credit, maybe a little situation
Whatever it may be.
that you can advise that customer.
And you and
hey,
I talked about it. Remember, and I was like, man, I don't think we can do this. And you said, hey, go over here. This lender will do this. You need to try this. So we did that, and I advised him and let him know, hey, I'm not 100% sure. Well, we got it through. He's closing tomorrow. So big deal.
probably a pretty good rate too.
Oh, yeah, much better than what
Yeah.
they were offering. Yeah,
Yeah.
and cheaper.
Oh, and I mean, it's the loan's closing where no one else was going to. They were
Yeah.
feeding them full of false hope,
Yeah.
telling them they could do this, do that, and then just turn around, let me pull the carpet underneath the rugs, and then what happens from there? People get discouraged. Oh, this system's just not working out. Like it doesn't work for me.
And
No,
mind,
you're
mind
just
you,
the wrong
this is a family who's remember, it's a family who's moved from Columbus to Northeast Ohio, got new jobs. He's also Air National Guard, so he's also military,
VA,
and
yeah.
he's like he has to go to guard duty this weekend.
Yeah.
So he's traveling and spending time away from his family, protecting the country, and these people are running him through the weeds.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Yep. It's very important to just have an advisor on your side. It just the call centers are, I mean, there's a better way to do it. I mean, and it's just not just talking that these are examples here. I've had one myself where somebody was trying to slam a particular loan down their throat, was not told half the story about what the loan really was. They qualified for it, only to get directed to my side. I was able to give them a bunch of different options. Found a much better loan. The percentage rate was 2% less than
And
what
they
the other
didn't
company
even
was.
need the bond. It was a state bond program. They didn't even need.
No, they didn't at all. And
Give them a higher rate, and it sticks with them. They can't refinance out of it.
And I was able to advise her about that product way better than the other person was because they didn't know exactly how to explain it to that person. And again, she's in a much better position today with way more equity today than she would have had she gone the other route. And again, it's all about building real estate wealth. You do your 401ks, you got your IRAs, your Roths, your pension matches with your companies. On the side here, we're helping you build real estate wealth. So when you turn around and retire, now you've got your real estate you can sell that you're going to have capital gain from. Then you're on your 401ks, IRAs. These are all things that come together when that day of retirement comes.
And that we'll be talking about over the next several podcasts and things that we've learned and educated ourselves on over the last quarter.
And this is why people are going to want to stay tuned in, because we're going to show people ways and ideas of how to really think outside the box, not just here's a 30-year fix for you. There's way more to it. Again, biggest investment you're going to make in your life. You need to be advised on it.
You've had one too, Bill.
Perfect.
Did you have one recently?
Well, the one that's coming to mind right now is when we refer to big banks and stuff like that, and there's a local big bank. Well, I have an employee from the big bank doing all
there
that
you
for
go.
me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like, well, the bank will give me a half a point off. I said, well, okay, let me price it. And I was like 3/4 less than even the half point off.
Than that. Yeah.
So it's really a big advantage to, give us a call and let us look at it, even if you don't go with us. I guarantee you.
We've all had that happen. Honestly, we've all had a scenario where, there was a special, unique thing or whatever, where there was a program that happened to be better than what we had to offer. And what did we tell them? Hey,
You take it.
you need to take that offer. That's better than what you can get in this particular market because of your circumstance or your scenario. Mm-hmm. And they were appreciative of that. And we've all gotten referrals from that from other,
Yeah. I think all three of us here can agree that our credibility means more to us than any single loan ever would. I mean, that's again, we've got a reputation, and again, to give people good advice. If that advice is take that loan, that's the advice we give.
Right.
And it just comes down to sharing ideas and different ways to look at a mortgage that can suit you. And again, there's way more to the 30-year fix. I mean, and this is why you've got to tune in and stay tuned into these podcasts, because it's going to get extremely important and a lot of great detail coming forward.
Well, we can, like we said, we've got a lot of good information coming up in the next couple of weeks. So definitely, tune in on that. reach out to us for questions that you have. Get a hold of us. We'll post us up there. We got contact information. Follow us on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. We got a lot of good content coming out that can really help you.
Our website got a lot of good reviews
yeah.
there. Again, you can see kind of the people talking about the things that we are doing for them to help them, again, build that real estate wealth for their future.
www.strattonmortgage.com. Right. Yeah, check us out. And like you said, you PM anything on Facebook or whatever, but I think we're on Spotify and other things too.
We're everywhere, man.
Yeah. We're trying to be everywhere.
Worldwide, baby. Local, but worldwide, baby.
Yep. Good luck to the LSU Tigers this week. I hope they take down Clemson.
Joe B. Bring it home, baby.
The Ohio boy, right?
Yeah, buddy.
So cool.
Awesome.
Right.
We appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Take care.